can't use me. I give myself away. I give myself away. So you can't use me. Here I am to worship. Here I am to bow down. Here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. Here I am, Lord. Here I am to worship. Here I am to bow down. Here I am to say that you're my God. Oh God, you're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. Here I am, Lord. Good morning, everyone. I hope y'all having a very blessed, wonderful Sunday. There's more things to come. This is the first episode of the first session of Seed Planting with YCK. I figured I'd start it off with telling my testimony and how I came to Christ. Since a lot of people don't know. A lot of people wondering, like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? You was just in these streets. You was, you know what I'm saying, just in the club, you was just kicking it with me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really smoke like that, so they couldn't say I was smoking it. Just smoking with them, just drinking with them. But every time I'm just, you know, blessed to be able to have my eyes open and see what mess I came from. Because just when I'm going through, I be like, Lord, hey, this hard, this too much, man. You say you want to give me more than I can bear, but I can't bear this, you feel me? You know, like the fact that you telling me you can't bear it, show me that you can. Because if it was too much for you to bear, you wouldn't be able to speak. You wouldn't be here telling me that you couldn't bear it. Before I get into that, I want to say a little quick prayer, because hopefully this reach somebody, this touch somebody. And it ain't about me, it ain't about getting to know me, it's about getting to know Christ at the end of the day. That's what the whole purpose of being a Christ follower, a child of Christ is. A child of the Most High, since someone want to X Christ out the picture. A child of the Most High is basically, man, love thy neighbors, man. Love one another like Christ loved the world, or the Most High loved the world, as y'all, or some people may say. But, hey, I'm for Christ, and I will never exclude him out of anything I do. So, I'm going to take the moment and try to pray. I ain't too good with praying. I'm fresh with it, but it is what it is. Hey, I'm just like you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we struggle with a lot of things, man. If anybody tell you, hey, I'm a Christian, I'm perfect, that show you right then and there, they lying. Ain't nobody perfect, man. Hey, if they telling you that, man, everybody put on a face for the world. I ain't put on a face, man. You get what you see. You may see me going through, and I'm not going to show that I'm going through, because the word tells us to rejoice, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be joyful, you know what I'm saying, when I'm going through. So if you see me with a smile on my face, just know I may not be okay at the moment, but I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Sooner than later. But let me say a quick prayer. Let God take over. Let him flow through the testimony. Hopefully it reach somebody, you know. Father God, I come to you today in prayer on behalf of the lost souls and the ones that you are trying to reach through this seed planting. I pray that seed planting with YCK become a miraculous thing for your glory, your presence, Father God. I pray that I reach somebody, whether it's just one lost sheep. I pray that my testimony or whatever this seed planting thing you got me doing be effective in your kingdom. Use me in every way you can, Father God. So with that being said, in Jesus' mighty name I pray. Hallelujah. Amen. I get straight to it. Okay. For the ones that know me, I was your typical weed man, dope boy, done it all, don't fought, slept with fine chicks, ugly chicks, you want to name it. I was a manhole, you feel me? Yeah, for the ones that's Christianized and don't use those type of words or that slang, I'm sorry, but I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut. I was a manhole. And that's a little deep. I'm going to break my testimony down in different sections, you know what I'm saying, to pertain to different parts of the aspects of your life or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to tell you how I came to Christ. That's what this testimony is about. Sum everything up. See, most people want to be like, oh, what they tell you, you can't believe everything they tell you. Who is they? What are they telling me? You know what I'm saying? Hey, my daddy been a preacher most of my life. My mama was in church pretty much 7 days a week before my stepdaddy died. And when she turned her back on Christ, you know what I'm saying? I'm praying that she find her way back before it's too late. But who are they? If I didn't listen to them or follow their example back then, who are they that you're talking about? You know what I'm saying? Every time I talk to somebody that running from Christ or set in their ways or stuck in their ways and don't want to change and focus on what the world gonna think about them, that be their excuse. Oh, but you can't listen to everything they tell you. Who is they? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a day why I served the Lord. You feel me? I served the Lord because something that he done for me. Sum it all up, I was in and out of jail on some humbug, misdemeanor stuff. All the way up to 2010, I ended up catching my first official felony. Which, you know what I'm saying, it won't stick on my record. We claiming that in the name of Jesus, it'll be off. Pretty much, I'm praying this year it'll be over with. But, yeah, I ended up catching my first felony in 2010, which led to me serving 2 years, 2011, 2012. I ended up getting out at the end of 2012. Long story short, so I served a little bit of time. It may not be much to somebody else, but somebody that haven't done time, a year, 6 months, 3 months, that's a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 years for somebody that only did 30 days at a time, 15 days at a time. That was a long time. But all it was doing was preparing me for what's to come, you feel me? So, long story short, I was getting closer to God while I was doing the 2 years, and I had somebody come in there and derail me from that and tell me, you know what I'm saying, yeah, man, I ain't Muslim, so, you know what I'm saying, but the word say don't eat pork. He pointed out in the word what he wanted me to see, you feel me? And I never read past that. I just went off what man showed. I was like, well, I guess since it's in the Bible, it gotta be true, right? I mean, he just pointed out every little aspect that he wanted me to see. He didn't let me read no further than that, so I started believing it, and I turned my back on Christ. This is 2011, maybe 12, you know. And I stopped eating pork. I stopped doing these things. I felt slick Muslim. Nothing against Muslim. I'm not here to down talk nobody religion because I don't follow religion. My faith is based off of a relationship with the Most High, Jesus Christ. And believe it or not, guess what? He talked back to me sometimes. Direct or through other people or through music or through a post on Facebook that somebody wrote. Or a quote, you feel me? Or through a song. That's how he go. He got many ways of speaking to it. He can speak to us through the wind if he want to, you feel me? That's our God. That's the God we serve. So, to sum it all up, to get up, you know what I'm saying? Before I get off topic, I want to say 2014, you know, going through a rough spot. I guess my soon-to-be ex-wife, whenever this divorce finalized, since a lot of people don't know that, I keep my business on a hush-hush, you feel me? Whatever guy I got planned, you know what I'm saying? Either it is or it ain't. I signed the paper signed. Well, 2014 we was engaged prior to this marriage. And we were going through a rough spot. Mind you, I talked to her on and off since 2011. So we never really had like a relationship outside of me being locked up. So I get out. And we go when I get out, we don't go right to it. You feel me? We made it tough. I got out 2012, a whole year. So she come back around 2014, we try it out. And we mess around and we move in together for the first time, trying life on the outside of the walls, you know what I'm saying? And I had a job at the time. Tragedy strike. My godmama died. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on this job through a temp server, but the job that I was working on told me, oh, it's okay, take the time off. You feel me? So when I try to go back to work, the temp service fired me. Tell me I didn't let them know. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't want to put me on any more assignments, so I went looking for jobs elsewhere. Whatever the case may be. Long story short, I was on child support for 2 kids. Thank God I'm working on what he working on it. Just put it like that. I was on it for 2 kids. I was paying probation, $150 a month. Well, I was supposed to. $150 a month plus child support, plus bills. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I can't just get no typical job. I need a job that's gonna pay decent. If anything, you feel me? So I was trying to express to my spouse at that time, but she wasn't hearing me. Oh, you can get a little restaurant job here, this, that, and third. So we ended up going through it. I wasn't living for Christ at the time, but you know what I'm saying? Raise a kid up in the way they should go, and they will not stray away from it. They'll come back to it. So basically, that's what I did when hard times hit, and cause me, I'm the type of person I like to spoil mine. You feel me? I'd rather be the man and take care of everything financially and, you know, whatever else, you know what I'm saying? Be your doctor if I can, you feel me? But when I ain't got no paper, I ain't got no way to get no paper, man, it bothered me. And at that time, I ain't no guy, so I'm like, man, look, the car ended up tearing up on us. So everything was happening back to back, but I felt like it was God testing the waters, really like, okay, you're going to have to be able to go through something together in order to be together. If you can't go through something together, you ain't going to be able to succeed together. You feel me? If y'all ain't got each other back while you down and out, then it ain't meant. You know what I'm saying? So we going through. I get to praying. I love the chick, so I get to praying. I'm like, Lord, I know you real from what I see in my daddy. I know you real from what I saw in my mama. And show me you. So I end up going out. Basically, long story short, I end up trying to run away from all my problems, including her. This how God work, right? So I'm trying to run away from all my problems. I'm finna go to Miami. I'm finna start a whole new life. But don't get me wrong. I love my kids. I wasn't running from my kids. I was going to send my little child support payments, you know, from a Gainesville, Georgia address from Miami, you know what I'm saying? So they won't think, oh, you got to stay there and be able to trace me for probation, whatever the case may be. I was going to be on the run, but now in that way. So whatever the case may be, so when the time came for me to go to Miami, I get the packing and she come in, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, what you got going on? I'm like, I'm finna go to Miami. I go with my daddy in Miami. She like, I want to go. So in reality, I like, you playing? You know what I'm saying? Thinking she playing. Mind you, I just prayed because I'm my back against the wall, everything coming against me. Baby mama wanted me to sign my rights over at that time. Like a whole bunch of crazy stuff, man. Stuff that'll drive a man insane to the point they want to commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the thought didn't cross my mind at the time, but long story short, something all that, she ended up going with it. Mind you, I said I just prayed, right? My back against the wall, I'm telling God to show me a faith. My daddy been a preacher most of my life. So, I'm used to him asking people to pray for me or praying for me himself, putting a hand on my head or holding my hands, right? So, or not touching me at all, just telling me to hold my hands up and close my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So, we end up going to one of his friend's house in Atlanta, meeting another friend at his friend's house at Atlanta. We ain't gonna say no names, we gonna say friends. Because the moral of the story is Christ, you know what I'm saying? Names don't need to be mentioned. So, we end up meeting him there. Even I slick forgot that I prayed for it at that time, so. Daddy don't even go into detail. He basically like, oh, so then my son, and this my daughter-in-law. He didn't say no names. He didn't say, hey, then my son Wayman, and then my daughter-in-law so-and-so. He was like, then my son and then my daughter-in-law. He was like, pray for them, and he walked back in the house. So we all hold hands for a second. Matter of fact, yeah, we hold, the dude came with his wife. She holding my fiance hand, which was my fiance at the time. She holding her hand. Then the husband, he holding mine. And out of nowhere, the lady just get to talking, telling her life. Right there in front of me, mind you, I'm the type of person, I was secretive. I didn't tell people my business. My business was between me and mine, you know what I'm saying? So only I knew these things, and the chick family knew because they her family, but only I knew, out of the people that was there, knew about that situation, you know what I'm saying? So they get to speaking on her life, and I'm looking like, whoa, got me appalled, like, man, ain't no way in the world. So I like, man, what the freak going on? So while I'm puzzled, in the midst of me being puzzled, the husband get to walking up on me, get to telling me things about me, and I'm like, most of it was future tense, like I was finna walk into it and not even know. So somebody was hitting it dead on the nose, and the rest of it, I like, man, you just playing, you guessing, you know what I'm saying? Most of it, you guessing. But some of it, ain't nowhere in the world. You had to get that from some other source. You don't know me from a can of paint. So with that being said, okay, it was prophesied that she was going to have a child. Didn't say y'all was going to have a child. She was going to have a child that was going to show that y'all were meant to be. So I'm like, all right, whatever case may be. Then later on they say something about a lot of money. Oh, y'all gonna have some money in your future. This, that, and the third. I'm just talking in circles. I'm trying not to go over 25 minutes in these sessions, 30 the most, you feel me? But hopefully we can reach somebody. So, this is what happened, right? All right. We ended up going to Florida. She ended up getting homesick. We ended up coming back. See, due to the fact that I had to come back from her for her, I was on some selfish junk, so I tried to push her away. Push her away like, so forget what they saying. I don't want to be back here. I didn't want to come back here. I was forced to come back here off of somebody else's decision. And this the truth. The whole truth, nothing but the truth. So I'm mad at the chick Slick, like, but I'm still with her. Because I Slick feared God even though I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? I was told through some people that I prayed for. See, a lot of people think they want to go back to the people. The people ain't the source. I didn't pray to them people. I prayed to God and he spoke through them people. He can use a broken vessel. He can use something pure evil to get a message across or get his point across to us. So her focus was on them people. All that stuff. No, I'm not focused because you reap the benefits of my prayer. I know that my prayer being answered through them wasn't them. Despite what the case may be, I'm not focused on them. No offense to them. You feel me? All love here. So, you know what I'm saying? Basically, long story short, I'm trying to put the chick away. But as I'm trying to push her away, I'm reaching out to other females. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really make no moves. Cause every time I try to make a move, it'll get derailed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really get to fool around. You know what I'm saying? Like I intended on. And all I did was basically set up some stuff like chick show interest. And try to set something up, exchange numbers or exchange Facebook before as like actually fooling around on them. I ain't get to. And the day that I was going to get a chance to fool around on them, this was on my son's birthday. No, let me rewind a little bit before that. Alright, we have an argument. This is how the argument go. Boom, we were arguing a lot. Because in my mind, I was fed up, I was done. So we argued pretty much every day. Every day, every other day. Then we'll make up about in the night and be good for a little bit and get the argument. So it got to the point like, alright, I'm tired. I'm not going back. Back here with this chick. She dead. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We argued. It is what it is. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? That what my mind frame was, and I even told her that. So the chick go back to the back room. I'm the only dude in the house. You ask if she willing to speak to you on it, you can ask her. For the ones that know her. And this local, international, whatever the case may be, or you can ask my sister, which her name is Andrela, Elise. You may can find her on Instagram. She don't fool around with Facebook, and I don't blame her. But, yeah. I was living with her at the time. I'm the only man in the house. So, we get to arguing. This time it ain't different. I lay on the couch. I'm like, I'm not going back there. She go back to the bedroom. She crying. A part of me wanted to get up and like, give in. You know what I'm saying? But the stubbornness, the pridefulness, I like, nah, I ain't going back there. Forget it. It is what it is. It's over. So I lay down. And as soon as I lay down, it's like, I want to say about 11:30. It's 12 something at night. I'm the only man in the house. My nephew ain't got no voice like this. And I hear like this loud, angry whisper. Man voice. I'm like, wait a minute. And for a second, I'm like, what the freak going on? So I laid up. And I'm like, man, my mind, all kind of things cross my mind. I'm panicking like, man, ain't no freaking way. So I'm like, man, let me throw that cover over my head. And I thought about it, like, man, that joint don't even work in the movies. What the freak? I'm a grown. So I jump up, I run back there. Mind you, she a female, so I'm trying to play this hard role like I ain't scared. I like, you just called me, shawty. She like, nah, you tripping. I said, oh, no, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I like, something just called me. So, she like, oh, no, that ain't good. You know what I'm saying? I heard death call people before they die. So I'm like, oh, my goodness. I'm trying to keep my composure. Don't let her see me freaking out. So I'm like, nah, that can't be. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, that's what I heard. They call your daddy. So I ended up calling my daddy. It's late, so in my mind, I'm like, man, my daddy ain't gonna pick up. But if he pick up, he gonna be on my side, right? You know what I'm saying? He gonna tell me, man, shot a trip, and that's just the old folks tale. That's the feeble. You know what I'm saying? That made up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Pop, you know what I'm saying? Someone just called me. I just heard someone call my name. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like an angry whisper, loud angry whisper. And I like, and she say that death call people before they go. And he like, yeah, son, I did hear that. So now I'm panicking. She don't know it. I'm panicking in my mind. So I'm like, man, I'm freak. I'm finna die. I'm too young to die. Ain't nowhere in the world. So I'm like, all right. He tell me this. He said, but we're going to pray that with God trying to get your attention. No lie, he prayed for me. I want to say 2-3 days later, it was ended up being my son's birthday. I was doing the job. My intention was this was my intention, but it never happened. For some reason, I couldn't fool around if I wanted to. I was fooling around with this chick. The chick show up on the scene with her brother. Counseled all that. So I was like, all right, whenever I finish doing this little job, I just need you to run me to go get some things for my son. I'm going to throw him a party on their birthday. So I'm in a nice neighborhood. A Caucasian, I can't say the word, so white neighborhood. And basically, whatever the case may be, I'm pressure washing the house. And she parked in front of the neighbor's house. So I went to put my things in the car and went back to pressure washing. The neighbors called the police thinking it was a drug transaction. Long story short, I ended up having a probation warrant for non-payment or no report or whatever the case may be. So I ended up going to jail. God trying to get my attention. So I get in there, I got a positive mind frame, because I'm looking at it like this. Man, I just done 2 years, whatever they finna give me can't be much. But not knowing, not looking at the whole scenario like, dude, you on first offenders, and you had a 15-5 sentence. So that means you got 10 on paper. Man, them people can turn around and give you the whole 15 on some humbug if they wanted to, if everything go sour, you feel me? But I wasn't looking at that. I went in on a positive mind frame. And pride to make you speak stupidly. You know what I'm saying? So I get locked up. Long story short, I couldn't think of nobody else. I know numbers, but I scrambled around and tried to find this chick number. For some reason. Try to find this chick number. You know what I'm saying? I like, man, I got to find this chick number. But once I got through, my talk pushed her away. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up doing, they gave me a 60 do 30, which means 60 served 30 days, I had to do a whole month. So I'm like, all right, cool. But they told me this like halfway in, so it's 2 weeks in. And mind you, the first 2 weeks, normally when I get locked up, I go to church, I read my Bible or whatever the case may be. This time I was like, me and her had a pact, like we ain't reading the word, because man wrote the word. And they could be telling us the wrong thing, as long as we pray to God and we got a relationship with him, we good. That was our intention, lies from the enemy. You know what I'm saying? We had all kind of crazy things going on out here at that time. We were like partners, like Bonnie and Clyde, like for real. You know, I mean, I dreamed you were right there dreaming with me, like a kid. And I was like, man, okay, this chick may be my real, you feel me? But whatever the case may be, don't seem like that may be the answer now, but I end up getting cool with someone in there. And they got 2 floors in the dorms that we was in. But I was in the open dorm. I was standing on top watching TV from the top floor. He walk up and he tell me like, bro, out of nowhere, I ain't tell nobody else that it was just me and her little pact between me and her. We ain't tell nobody why we didn't read the word or if we did or did not. So bro like, hey man, somewhere in the Bible that say the people that somebody will take from or add to the Bible, they'll be the ones to go to hell, not the people that read it. So I like, shoot, I took it into initially, go get me a Bible, you know what I'm saying? So I went and got me a Bible, I read up on it. And I didn't know where to start, so I was like, I know the story of Moses, but let me read it for myself. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a better understanding. So I started with Exodus, if I said it correctly. And by the time I finished reading, I started going to church and all that. By the time I finished reading it, it was ended up being like on a Tuesday night, Monday night, Tuesday morning. 1:30 is 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was on top floor, remember, so the kiosk thing is downstairs where you order your commissary and all that. And commissary come off on Tuesday around 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:30, so they can make the store order for Wednesday. So this Tuesday morning, but I finished reading the word about 2 songs, and something spoke to me consciously. That still small voice they talk about in the Bible that spoke to Elijah. Yeah, it spoke to me. It was like, hey, my homeboy Josh and Drew ended up putting some money on my book. I'm going to give them the credit where it due. Hats off, thank y'all, and I was going to eat good for my last 6 days. So someone say, hey, go take off that store you ordered. You're going to need that money for when you get out tomorrow. And I'm like, man, I wouldn't tell myself no dumb stuff like that. For one, I didn't even fill out an early release request form on the kiosk, so I know I'm not getting out early tomorrow. Now, like, shoot, and if that's the case, I'll get down right now, walk downstairs and take that store off right now. Say, no, wait till after you eat breakfast tomorrow. So I'm like, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? I go to sleep, I slept peacefully for them little 3.5 hours, not even 3.5, maybe an hour and a half. Cause they wake you up like 4:30 something for breakfast in the morning. Ask anybody ever been to Hall County Jail, they tell you all facts, no lies. So I slept peacefully. I ate my breakfast. I thought about it for a while. I walked back and forth for a little bit, and eventually I do it. So I take it off. Mind you, now I'm gonna have to go 6 days without no good food if this voice in my head don't come through. So that means either I'm really crazy, trusting in something that I can't even see, or I'm really crazy and talking, telling myself lies like, bro, you gonna get out tomorrow, this, that, and the third. And I know I couldn't. I ain't got the power to do it. So long story short, I stopped worrying, walking around, I laid down. So soon as I laid down, they called me to leave, to pack up and go. That's how I became saved. That voice spoke, and that once I obeyed that voice, it moved for me. So he showed me a small miracle, and I moved on it. Simple and plain, he may not do that in some people's situations, but sometimes you got to listen to that voice and do the opposite, because it ain't going to be what you want to do, it's going to be what you don't want to do. And sometimes you got to take that leap of faith, man. That's all I'm saying. And I pray a lot of people share the video, pass it on to a brother or sister that they feel like may need it and can relate. Because at the end of the day, it ain't about me, you know what I'm saying? It's about Christ, and it's about your soul, man. I'm concerned about y'all souls and where you go at the end of the day, man. I love each and every one of y'all, man. So it's like this: one God, one love, one life.